Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. Today I'm going to run down the crowdfunding board game projects that I'm excited about coming up in July 2021. So if you're interested to see what I'm most anticipating, stick around. So I'm going to limit myself to 10 games that I'm excited about coming up in July. I'm going to try to keep it fairly quick as I go through so the video doesn't get too long, but I want to give you a taste of what I'm most excited about. And the first one up, and doing these kind of in chronological order in terms of when they come out, first one up is The Art of Boxing Clever by the Curious Bear Games Company. And you can click on, I'll have all these links down in the description below. You can click on that link to go to the Kickstarter page and be notified on launch if you'd like. This is from the designer and publisher of the game on BGG, Board Game Geek. And you can see a quick overview of what's going to be in the game, different cards that you're using, player boards, tracking screens, and things like that in this boxing simulation game. It's going to have a solo play AI expansion, at least it looks like, as an expansion pack. We're going to have the arcade expansion pack and the Art of Boxing Clever Fighting Dirty expansion pack, according to what Rob is posting. He's got some other pictures about some other projects and things here as well. But that is what you can check out. I'll have that link as well. And then this is the website for the artofboxingclever.com. And I won't go through this website too much, but you can see there's going to be a number of different boxing characters you can choose from. And you can go to the pre-launch page from here as well. Some kind of a competition and designer blog, Art of Boxing Clever support page. So you can check out as much as you want here on this page. It does show here. Where'd that go? There we go. You can subscribe to do a demo version if you want on Steam if you click here as well. All right, so that is the first one up. I also did watch this unboxing by the Curious Bear Games Company. So if you want to know more about it, it kind of walks you through what's in the box and a little bit about the gameplay. Very good unboxing and overview video. So that's the first one up. It comes out tomorrow, July 5th. Next one is Soul Raiders. Soul Raiders starts July 7th. So this one's coming up this week as well. This one a lot of people have been talking about. Again, I'll have the Kickstarter page link here so you can get notified if you haven't already done that. And Soul Raiders is a game by One for All Games. And it is one, to me, that just has beautiful art. It says, pledge yourself to the ancestral order of the Soul Raiders in the heart of the mighty fortress. A powerful warrior mage, you vow to watch over the world of Kivros and its inhabitants, explore the ruins of forgotten civilizations, and above all, send tortured souls back beyond the veil where they belong. And so this is a game that, again, to me, I'm drawn in by the art and the story nature of it. Based on the videos I've watched and what I've read about it, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit like Seventh Continent in the sense of exploration, but a little more guided and not quite as open because there's a clearer story and then kind of stories packaged within the game. So you're kind of sticking to a certain storyline depending on each gameplay. And this is by Marc Andre, the creator of Splendor. This is one that I think a lot of people are very excited about, a story-driven cooperative game. And it talks about the epic narrative nature of it, fast-paced cinematic game, cooperative tension, strong replay value. So you can check out the Board Game Geek page here as well. I watched this playthrough by Ella Loves Board Games, and this was a nice playthrough to get a kind of a flavor of how the game's going to be played and what it's going to feel like using the prototype that's available now. So that is the second one, Soul Raiders. Next up, we have Zorro, the dice game Stunts and Allies by Pull the Pen Games. This is an expansion. The original Zorro dice game came out on Kickstarter, and now we've got this Stunts and Allies expansion. It starts on July 12th, 8 days from now. And first day backers are going to get a free mask of Zorro, so that's interesting. And then it talks about what's in the expansions. You're going to have allies, stunts, more equipment, more scoundrels, more villains, a big box option in case you want all the good stuff. Fleet dice rolling tray is optional. Metal dice you can pick up as an exclusive. Custom meeples, sleeves. So there's quite a bit of information here on this page, and I'm sure even more coming up on the Kickstarter page when that launches on the 12th. There's a video here that I watched from Board Game Gumbo where he kind of talks about the gameplay. So if you're interested in this one, I tend to like dice games. It looks like it'll be kind of a simple game, and so this is one that I'm curious to check out when it comes out on July 12th. Next up on July 13th, one that I've been talking about for months, so I'll try to keep this brief, but I'm very excited about the game, by Bantam Planet. This is Bantam West. The creator is Ike Brunacardi. Had a chance to get online with Ike and a couple other gentlemen and play this one. I've shown you most of these before, so like I said, I'll keep it quick, but the art and the theme really intrigues me. And there's a lot of new art. If you follow on Instagram, you're going to see some new things coming up, and not just art, but also some background and story details for the different characters that you can play in this sandbox set in the West game. This is a new page that has recently been launched, or at least since the last time I've discovered it, since the last time I talked about this game. Shows you that it is launching on the 13th. You can put your name in down here if you want to get an exclusive map from the Kickstarter if you're one of the first 48 backers, so you can put your name in there. But this is what I want to show you up here in the corner of this Bantam Telegram. So this is where Ike is going through and talking about all kinds of things about the game, about the characters of the game, and giving a lot of detail. So I just read this most latest edition here this morning, For Deadly Strangers, Levi. I think this was just posted yesterday. Yep. So you can read more about all these different characters. You can read about what life in Gallows Springs is like. You can read about what the skill checks and variable player powers, how they operate. So just really interesting information here. The game trailer, musical score, some background on that, and older posts here. So lots of blog posts. If you want to learn more about this one, you can click on the link I'll have down in the description. And then there's also a first look by Man vs. Meeple that was really good, letting you see a little bit more about the game from a prototype they were provided. So Bantam West, one I'm extremely excited about and have been for quite some time. Next up, coming out on July 20th, we have Chronicles of Drunagor, Age of Darkness, Apocalypse. So in this game, it's a massive expansion to the original, 16 adventures that present new mechanics and structures and unravel Drunagor's culture and mythology. And you can see if you follow now, you're going to save $13 and have access to this Fallen Sisters 80mm boss miniature. We'll scroll down here just a little bit. It's a reprint of the original plus new content, and then it is considered to be one of the most exciting, compelling dungeon crawlers coming this year. Based on the excitement, you can see a pretty high rating on BGG, so people are pretty thrilled about this one. The miniatures look crazy in a good way, and here's a lot of people who are really excited about it, including Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And Quackalope's excited about this too. You can see it comes with a lot of gear here, a lot of materials in the game. The Undead King, unique heroes. Yeah, these miniatures are insane. Different monsters. This one's on Gamefound, obviously, as you can tell from what we're showing here. 41 maps and 2 bridges, an adventure booklet, an interactions book. Just lots of content here. So this is one that I'm interested. It may end up being more than I can afford, especially with some of the other ones that I'm excited about this month. But looks really incredible. 3D scenarios, action cube system. To be honest, the miniature style games aren't ones that generally suck me in, but the use of books and interactions here and the storyline and the narrative for this one's a little drawing me in a little bit more than most miniature based games. All right, so I think I'll cut it off there. You can go through and look through this in full detail. Again, it starts on July 20th, and they've already got a lot of information on this Gamefound page. You can also, if you want, check out this Creative Game Studios LLC Apocalypse, or a trailer for the Apocalypse expansion here. And you can see an unboxing and a rambling by Alex from Board Game Co. if you're interested in that. Next up, Oros. This one also launches on July 20th, and this is one that I'm extremely excited about. I played this with Brent, who is the creator of the game, and it is an incredibly creative game. In the game, you've got all these tiles, and it's a plate tectonics game where these tiles will collide and move and create volcanoes, and volcanoes will create new land masses, and mountains will erect because of those colliding plates. You're going to be moving your demigods around the board and creating shrines, and yeah, it's really incredible. I loved my first playthrough on tabletop. I think it was actually on Tabletopia. It's either that or Tabletop Simulator. I forget which, but yeah, really an incredible game. Has a solo mode with variable solo AI. Really incredible. And Brandt's doing a tremendous job of keeping the community updated through this Facebook page. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to check that out. You can also go to the Ash Games website and you can read more about the game here. There's also links to several of the videos here. Brent just seems like an incredibly genuine guy, really kind, very thoughtful, and I'm excited about this game. And then this just came out a couple of days ago by Allison and Bryce from Better Half Reviews, their Kickstarter preview and review. Allison is in love with this game, and I think Bryce also really enjoys it. I actually had a chance when I played online with Brant to also be joined by Allison, one of her friends. And this is an incredible review and overview. If you're interested in the game, check this out and you'll get a better feel for the gameplay. This is my pick of the month. This and Bantam West are like neck and neck. I'm incredibly thrilled, and maybe it's because those are the two that I've had a chance to preview play, but both games just really, really excited about. So that is Oros by Ash Games, coming out July 20th. And next up, we have Masters of the Universe, Fields of Eternia by Arkan Studio. And this is one that I'm excited about more for the nostalgia. And honestly, Masters of the Universe was really more exciting for my younger siblings. I was already getting into kind of middle school, high school when He-Man got popular and Skeletor and She-Ra. I watched it a little bit, but it wasn't, incredibly exciting for me. But the quality of the board here, the art just kind of drew me in, and there is that little bit of nostalgia. Plus, I do like deck building games, and so this strategy, tactical deck building game kind of draws me in. So I'm definitely going to check it out. Another GameFound project, like I said. And here I will also have this link to the Arkan Studio page, and you can check out the game more here. It talks about the background. You can even order your He-Man miniature now. So some things are already available through their website. And then I listened to this kind of vodcast by Gloryhound where they talked about Masters of the Universe and what they're excited about. So I'll have a link to that video as well. Next up, another GameFound project, Divinus by Lucky Duck Games. And if you follow this one, you get a €5 credit when it launches. This one also comes out on the 27th, the same day. I've been very thrilled with Lucky Duck Games. I've loved Chronicles of Crime and Destinies. I really like the app integration and what it can bring to the narrative storytelling of these games. So this one, and the art of this box is just really incredible. Competitive legacy digital hybrid game. So like Destiny's, bringing that competitive nature where most games in this genre tend to be more cooperative. So you're taking on the role of a demigod, exploring lands, permanently changing the world, completing quests. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. 2 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes. Here is the Lucky Duck page where they're talking about Divinus coming this summer. You can join the newsletter if you want to get notified, or you can just go to the GameFound page and follow it. And here's just some more art and background about the storylines. 2 pantheons will clash. So yeah, very excited to look into this one a little bit more as more details come out. On this one, there isn't nearly as much on this GameFound page as there is for the Masters of the Universe, so more to come. I did also find this Dicebreaker article where they talk about the Greek and Norse gods clashing. And again, just this picture right here really sucks me in. And some more art shown on this, as well as just describing the relationship to Chronicles of Crime. And next, we've got Paradox Initiative by Brent Dickman and Elf Creek Games. Elf Creek Games tend to just be incredibly beautiful games, but this is one that's being shrouded in mystery here. It also comes out July 27th, but there's just very little. The one thing that I have seen about this one is mainly from following Elf Creek Games on Facebook, so I'll put this link in there as well, and then also their Twitter account, so you can see here Elf Creek's Twitter account. And on one of these posts, they had a list of like 20 or so different artists involved in this game, and that really intrigued me. So I don't know anything about the Paradox Initiative, the background story of where this came from. But it's a top secret program harvesting a world of study. Yeah, excited to learn more about this one. I don't really know much about it. If you do know something about Paradox Initiative, leave me some info down in the comments below. I'd like to learn more about it. And that one also comes out July 27th. All right, and then the last one, number 10, Architects of the West Kingdom Works of Wonder expansion, coming out July 28th. This is a Garfield Games expansion. So if you like Architects of the West Kingdom, this new expansion offers some new gameplay, and you're going to be working on your influence in this gameplay. And you can also check out the Facebook page to learn more. The Garfield Games, I'll put a link for that here. You can see it's going to have the Architect's Collector's Box and playmat and reprints of all the previous West Kingdom titles available in the Kickstarter. So if you missed some of the content and want to pick it all up now in this Kickstarter, you can do that. And this is a little bit self-serving maybe, but I haven't heard much about this from anybody else. And I was actually doing a collaborative video with All Aboard Gamer with Brandon and Lexi. And we were talking about Architects of the West Kingdom, and he sprung it on me that he already has a prototype of Works of Wonder expansion and talked about a little bit in this video. So if you want to go to this video and hear what he has to say, it's at the 12:15 mark, basically, where he reveals it and talks a little bit about what he thinks it adds to the game. And then afterwards, off camera, he talked to me a little bit more about it. So I'm very excited about this. Architects of the West Kingdom was a game that I enjoyed, but it didn't love. And then the Age of Artisans expansion came out and made it better. And from what he's told me about Works of Wonder, I think it could rise it up from a game that I like to one that's going to be rising rapidly up into my rankings, and maybe that I'll want to keep long-term in my collection. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out this Works of Wonder expansion. All right, now some bonus material. So those are the top 10. I said I was going to try to limit it, but I just can't help myself on a couple of these things that are coming up in August. And this first one, I don't actually know if the Kickstarter is going to come in August, but it's Turf War by Dan Nichols and published by Gadabout Games. And he sent me a prototype with these cute little plastic flamingos, and it's just a tiny little card game. And I put an unboxing up earlier today, so you can check that out if you're interested. But it is a cute game. I'll put a link here also for the Gadabout Turf War page if you want to watch their video of the game. You can also click here to follow on Kickstarter and get email updates. Cards look really cute. It's about building your yard out and competing with your neighbors to have the best yard in the neighborhood. Looks pretty cute. Can't really say much about the game other than that so far. He wants us to wait on any review and feedback content till after August 2nd. So I'm not exactly sure when the Kickstarter begins, but you can click here to be notified so you'll know. And if you want, like I said, check out the unboxing that I posted earlier today. I'll link it above here. All right, the next one that I'm excited about, and these are all right at the beginning of August, and this is Lands of Galzir by Snowdale Design. I love Dale of Merchants, and so I'm excited about this game, story-driven adventure game, and this one starts August 3rd. And down here you can see we've got, I watched, I'll show you a link here. Actually, I don't think I did link it, so I will link it down below, but I don't think I have it here to show you. I watched an unboxing of this yesterday by the creator of the game. And it was, really incredible, all the organization that went into this and the design. It was fun to watch. And this one, it's like I said, a story-driven cooperative game. So excited about this one. The dice look great. The art's always incredible. So it says prepare for challenges, endless stories. You got a book of adventures, and it's going to have some app connections here, it looks like. So very excited to check this one out in August. So a little quick preview there. Next one, you may have heard Quackalope talking about, Legend Academy by Eldorado Games, also coming out August 3rd. And they're also asking for playtesters right now to come and help them fix this broken game, which is every game that's in playtesting. But the art looks really incredible. The theme sounds pretty neat. You're going to be a young version of a variety of different heroes that are joining Legend Academy. It's a competitive Euro-style game, combines deck building, card creation, and worker placement and dungeon crawling. So that whole card creation, we've got these skill cards with all these different skills, and you're going to be putting in overlapping things in a sleeve to be able to change and develop the skills and character that you are guiding through the game. So sounds really interesting. One, again, coming out in August. And the next one is actually one that I can't find much information about yet, but as I was watching this 83rd episode of Chit Chat Live by Man vs. Meeple, Jeremy Howard mentioned that he was really loving Almanac the Dragon Road. And as he was talking with the creator of the game, Scott Alms, he mentioned that there's an upcoming expansion in August. Now, it didn't give a date, and that's all they said. I wondered if it was an accidental leak, but I haven't played Almanac Dragon Road, but it's high on my wish list. And as I heard him describe the game, it even made it higher on my wish list. And then when he said there's an expansion, I was like, okay, keeping my eye out for that. Maybe I'll wait and see if there's some sort of big box version with the original and the expansion before I buy the original, but it is one I'm very excited about, and I don't really know much about it because, like I said, this may have even been sort of an accidental leak. I'm not sure. So stay tuned for that one coming up. Sounds like in August. And then another one that's coming out August 3rd, Iridia, The Paths We Dare Tread by Far Off Games. And again, I'll put this here if you want to be notified on launch. This is one that I've been excited about since the beginning of the year. It was actually one of my most anticipated games that I mentioned in my January video. I'm very excited for June and July because I've been looking forward to a lot of these games since January. But Iridia is an incredible narrative adventure game. I'll talk more about these next month. I wanted to just give you a little bit of a preview because several of these come out those first few days in August, and I will probably be on the road. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to put up my video of those projects. So just in case, I want to give you a quick preview so you can check them out, even though I'm focusing mostly on the July games for now. So there you have it. 10 games coming out in July on Gamefound and Kickstarter that I'm extremely excited about, and a few bonus thoughts of games coming out in August or even later this fall that I'm very excited about as well. Hopefully this video was helpful and informative for you so you can maybe learn about some projects that you didn't know about or get even more excited about some you've already been following. If there are other projects that you're excited about, put some info down in the comments for me. If you know more about some of these projects that I didn't mention, you want to fill in the gaps for me and help me know more about them, I'd love to read about that in the comments as well. If this was helpful for you, it'd be terrific if you give a thumbs up and like the video. I think it would be awesome if you'd also follow the channel and subscribe to it if you choose. And if you want to get notifications, click on that bell icon. As always, thanks for watching. This is Billy Indiana, signing off.